Hey there, you hungry? Want to cook? Fine, let's go! Welcome to Adulting with Adam. Tonight we're going to make chicken piccata and sauteed squash over angel hair pasta in a light tomato sauce. Let's take a look at the ingredients you're going to need. About an 1/8 cup of some very cinematic all-purpose flour. The sinister zucchini squash. What's he up to? 2 cloves of fresh garlic. A mysterious squash stolen from evidence. Hey, where's this shallot going? Some kind of angel hair pasta. This is capellini. Some fresh thyme of evil. And here we observe the domesticated Italian parsley, wistfully yearn for a return to nature. A little blurry fresh basil that's about 1 day from going bad. Oh, some playful grape tomatoes. That was fun. Oh, look at that little guy. Wait, you all alone? Wait, is that a friend? Now, kiss. An amputated chicken boob. Majestic lemon juice. Some kind of cooking wine. Olive oil. Salt. And black pepper. Right away, we want to start getting all of our ingredients ready. So I'm pretty sure our first step should be to deal with the sauce, at least as much of it as we can take care of right now. So what that's going to involve is cooking these down in a pan just a little bit. So we got a pan, it's pretty hot. We're going to add a little oil, about that much. And then these, which we've washed, we're going to just toss in. Get them coated. And we're just waiting for them to kind of cook down just a little bit. Ultimately, they're going to go into the food processor over there and get blended up with our basil and red pepper flakes and salt and pepper and the other stuff. Oh, I think one of them just burst. Who was it? Which one of you little bastards gave up the ghost, huh? Impossible to say. No snitches in these tomatoes. Yeah, we're not going to actually cook these all the way down. We don't want to completely break down the acids in the tomatoes and convert them into sugars. I don't know if that actually happens. Is that how it works? Do acids break down into sugars? I don't think so. I think carbohydrates break down into sugars. These are noisy, man. They smell good, though. Okay, that's probably good enough. So we're going to turn off this heat, take these guys out, and just stick them in there. They can just wait in here happily while we get the rest of our stuff ready. You know this routine. Let's cut up our garlic and get it ready to smush. Cut off the weird little things that happen when I guess garlic gets old and it starts trying to grow new garlic, and then cut off the butts, get rid of them butts, and smush. Get them in here. Can set this aside. Now we should probably cut up our shallot. We do have to peel it. Come on, you son of a bitch. Man, this one's got a stubborn peel. Get off, get off, fuck. Oh my God. Oh, there. Fuck, finally. Got this whole mess we gotta deal with. Doesn't need to be like diced too finely, because I think I'm just gonna toss it in the food processor with everything else and just let that do the work for me. Let's throw in what we got and just kind of take a gander at it and see what we think. What do you think? I remain unconvinced. I don't think that's enough. I'm gonna cut up a little more. Yeah, that's probably good. Toss that garlic in. Take your formerly fresh basil leaves and toss those in, and I'm just tossing them all in. Salt and some black pepper. Well, I was going to throw in some red pepper flakes, but I don't have any, so we're not. We know we're going to need a little bit of Italian parsley for the chicken, so we'll go ahead and destem that as quickly as we can. It's starting to look a little peaked. That's funny. As the basil goes bad, it turns like a much darker color. As the parsley, I mean, I hate to say it's going bad, but it's not going great. As the parsley goes sideways, it becomes a lighter color. I don't know the reasons for that. Wad it up. Watch your fingers. I do not want chicken piccata to be the reason why I never play guitar again. When I bought this cutting board, I thought it was kind of nice, but I think it's a piece of shit. The thing is like warping on me. So now, like, look, you can see it's not flat anymore. It's bowed. That's so annoying because it, moves around and it's not level. It's probably why people spend big money on really good cutting boards that are super thick and don't warp, don't bend. And now I'm gonna try to deal with this fresh thyme. Dude, I don't remember what I'm supposed to even be doing with this shit. I mean, I guess, you know, I guess we'll figure it out. I'll have it. Why did I do this to myself? There better be a good reason why I have this fresh thyme. I don't know how much more of this I have in me. I remember now what this is for. I'm gonna put this on the sauteed squash. Now it feels a little more worth it now that I know that there's a purpose. All right, the trick to this is don't pinch too hard. It doesn't take anywhere near as much pressure to take the little leaves off the stick as it does to pull the stick in half. So if you find yourself pulling the stick in half, stop squeezing so fucking hard. Chop, 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 chop. I dub thee good a fucking enough. There. Okay. We got the thing on the base of our food processor, and always do this. Make sure that's seated. We've got our lid on the top of the container for the food processor. Always do this. Make sure that's seated. Now, we're just gonna kind of pulse it a little bit and see what we come up with here in terms of consistency. That's looking pretty nice. It's on the chunky side. I do believe it needs a little olive oil, so we're going to put it on, low while we add that in. Ooh, I got angry. We'll turn it off. It smells pretty great. I mean, there's not a lot in it. It's just salt, pepper, and basil, but gosh, you know, how much more do you need? Let's take a look. I think it could get blended up a little bit more. All right, let's take a look in here and see what we got. That's broke down pretty nice. It's not finished yet, not by a long shot. What we will have to do is put it back in that pot and simmer it for a while. But we're not gonna do that until we're a little further along in the process with everything else. All right, now we wanna get the flour mixture ready to go for the chicken piccata. So you take your flour, toss it in a little container, add some salt. This is pepper. You need this too. Add some salt. And kind of mix it around. Try not to knock it out of the container. That's a stupid way to do that. Where's a spoon? Here we go. Okay. So we're gonna set this aside for the moment. Flip that around. Now we gotta pound our meat, and we'll pound it pretty flat. Don't wanna hit it too hard. It will splatter. All right, ooh, almost broke a glass. Now we want to coat this chicken in this flour, pepper, salt mixture. Let it dance in the powder. Just imagine that the chicken is a Coke fiend and it is Saturday night. It actually is Saturday night. This is what I do on Saturday nights. I'll just shake off the excess, but you can live in there for now. I am 100% certain I had some butter in here. I mean, 100% certain, because I needed 2 or 3 tablespoons of this shit. Where the fuck did it go? Dude, what the hell? Where's the butter? I mean, I have more in here. Wait, hold up. Is that it? Oh, god damn it. I don't think that's it. No, it's not it, because I had peeled all the paper off. Where the fuck did I put that butter? It's not in the sink with my dirty dishes. That's the flour. Okay, guys, we got a problem. Somewhere in this house is a ramekin full of butter, just chilling, and I have no clue where it is. Found it. I put it in the butter tray so that I'd remember where it was. The first thing we're gonna do is get our butter in this pan, and we just wanna melt this so that we can brown the chicken in it. Man, as soon as that happens, that chicken's coming back out of here and it's gonna go on this plate I've got next to me so that it can wait while we get the other stuff ready to go. The idea here is to just get the chicken as far along as I can before shit gets real on us and I'm scrambling around and don't have time to film anything because I'm too busy just desperately trying to cook. Melt, baby, melt. Woo. Now what we're trying to achieve here is something that's known as clarified butter. And what that means is when butter gets hot enough to, the fuck? Oh, my battery died. So what I was explaining a moment ago is we're trying to clarify this butter. And by golly, we're pretty close. All right, that's good. We don't want it to burn. So now we're just going to take this chicken, shake off the excess crud here, and lay it in there. And we're just gonna brown both sides. Not cook through, just gonna brown both sides. That's all we want. Oh yeah. That doesn't look too shabby. Okay. I think we're gonna call that good. And that can just live here on this plate, but can we give you a looky-loo? Yeah, see? That doesn't look too bad. It is not cooked, but now it can just chill out and wait for us to get done with the other stuff. Yep, that's porter for you. I've added a little bit of cooking wine, not much, just a little bit, and a little bit of water to this because I want it to get up to a boil to kind of, you know, finish cooking itself. That can evaporate as it simmers. Now, here's a disclaimer. I've never made tomato sauce before, and I didn't look up how to do it. It's probably a little late to tell you guys that. I mean, I think it'll be good. Yeah, it can't be that complicated, but this is definitely not a traditional sauce. Unless it is, by accident. We're gonna cut up our squash and zucchini. Let's cut off the end. And we're just going for slices. Not too thick, probably about, just under a 1/4 inch thick. Yeah, oh my God, it's like turning burners on. What the fuck? Holy shit, get that meat back on. Wow, he tried to stage an escape. Now the squash, same thing. Cut the end off, cut both ends off, and start slicing. It's probably enough, huh? Into the bowl. So we're not doing anything fancy with these. They're literally going in with some oil, salt, pepper, and that fresh thyme that we cut up. Starting to bubble over here. Whoa, fuck. Okay, easy, easy. Liquid dynamics, Adam. What is so hard about that? I'll never understand it. I can't stir anything without splashing it literally fucking everywhere. And it enrages me. I swear I don't stir too hard. It's like the liquid just, I don't know, it throws out more energy than I'm putting into it. I don't get it. I don't. I'm a dummy. I forgot the pasta. I have a tendency to do that. We're not ready for any of that shit. Man, am I glad I remembered this. You need a big ass pot of water and you gotta get that shit boiling and salt it. All right, quick update here. I did add probably about another tablespoon or so of olive oil to this because it was seeming just a little loose, just a little watery. I think a good sauce should have some oil. All right, we got a pretty good boil going. I'm gonna throw in 3 of these little bird's nests. 1, 2, 3, and cover. So this is boiling again. Lid off and stir. Stir, stir. We're always stirring something, aren't we? I don't mind if this comes out of the boiling water a little early because, you know, a little on the undone side of al dente because it's gonna sit in some hot sauce for a couple of minutes while we wait for the rest of our components to cook. And I don't want to eat overcooked pasta. And neither should you. It hasn't been anywhere close to 6 minutes, but ow, boiling water on the fingers. This pasta is done. I refuse to allow it to cook for any longer. We'll get it drained. Get it good and drained. Yep, 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 yep. We're gonna add some extra wine to this pan. And that's as much as we need to do. And now we're gonna throw the chicken in. Just like that. And I think this is hot. So, yep, that's good and hot. We can throw in this stuff. There's probably too many of these in here right now. Split them up, split them up. There we go. Throw some salt and pepper on these guys. And also on everything else in the room. Black pepper. And now we'll throw on that tarragon. Probably a good idea to temp this chicken. Looking for about 170. Probably about 115. So we got a little ways. You know, I'm having a bit of a brainstorm. This is a lot of wet, 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 wet. Do you think I could just throw these in the oven on the broil setting and finish them that way? What do you think? Should we try it? Let's try it. Because these are like, you know, they're starting to look like something. But I bet I can just take this whole pan and throw it in there on the top rack in my oven and just broil these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Broil them. let's try that. Just put that in there. Okay, and here's the thing, guys. We just can't forget about these in here, or we'll have a real problem. Turn the heat off on that. Hopefully that works out. Let's go ahead and temp our chicken again. Probably finish off at 160. So we're getting real close. Actually, the timing of everything seems to be working out pretty well. Again, which is just my luck. It's certainly not to do with skill. All right, this guy feels done to me. Come on. All right, taking him off the heat. That's gonna rest. Dude, I just tasted this. It's fucking delicious. I did a good job. I think letting it continue to simmer is an important part, because that's like cooking the garlic and the shallot, and it's just kind of letting it all come together. Yeah, dude, I think that's gonna work out just fine. All right, this was the right idea. Check it out. Off. Holy fuck. Fuckity fuck. Whoa. Yikes. Yikes. Look at that. Oh, God. Come on, bitch. There we go. Yes, though. Look at that shit. Now that's nice. That looks really good. I'm very happy. That's perfect. Okay, well, that cools down just a tiny bit, and the chicken continues to rest. Still got about maybe a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna try to clean up some of this fucking disaster. You ready to sauce this pasta? Me too. Let's drop it all in there. All right, that's some perfectly cooked, juicy, rested chicken. Yes, indeed, that is what we want. So I'm gonna slice this up and get started plating. Right. Now we're fucking talking. Now, our Italian parsley. And hey, if I've got fresh Parmesan, why not use it? Just a little bit of fresh Parm on these guys. Okay. Well, folks, what do you know? What do you see? What do you say? How'd it come out? Not bad? Turn out okay? I think it looks pretty good. It's a lot of food, but I'm pretty hungry. I've been cooking since 5 and it's after 9, as is typical. If you remember my B-roll, it was daylight. It ain't daylight no more. I mean, it's nighttime. All right, we're done. I'm beat. I've been on my feet for hours working on this. I'm tired, but I'm full. Everything turned out really well. Another success. Guys, we're on a roll. The food was good. Maybe we all learned something together, you know? We laughed a little, we cried a little, we splashed ourselves with boiling water, we made a giant mess, and we cleaned most of it up. There is one thing I want to say. This channel is really small. Really small. How do I put this? If you're watching this, you probably know me personally. So, what's up, dude? But I wouldn't be mad if you did smash that like button and click subscribe. That's it for now. Thanks. Bye-bye.